strength of these things. Anyway, you know, he's got a lot of recuperative powers, and we get the canoe up onto his head there, and of course the problem now is he can't see which way the water is, you know, which is I'm trying to direct him, you know, back that way, Bill, kind of a deal. But it was a lot of fun, dangerous, but fun.
It is winter. Down the hill you race, flat on your back, screaming, eyes closed, on a toboggan. Up the hill you go, flat on your back, screaming, eyes closed, on a stretcher.
This part of the show, I'll give Harold a chance to talk about the things that are bothering young people, because they seem to trust him, or at least not feel threatened by him. Harold?
What? Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, sex education. You might want to get the kids out of the room, or, like, you know, make clearing your throat noises or something like that. Ask them how school went. Get them distracted, right? Okay? Okay, here we go. Sex education. We're supposed to be all modern about it and stuff, because it's like the 90s, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, so in school, right, they teach us, like, don't be ashamed, don't be embarrassed by it or nothing, you know, it's okay, it's natural. But yet, our parents won't even talk about it with us, and we know they do. We know, because, like, every time they have an anniversary, they send the kids to the movies for the night. We don't ever do that, right? So we know what you're doing, we know, we do. And they tear all the good articles out of the Reader's Digest before we get a chance to read them. Real good one, like, I was Joe's prostate. That's a good one, too. So, my point is, I just want to say that I'm glad I'm not like adults and have hang-ups about, well, you know.
Don't go away. I can't wait to finish my story about the outboard motor.
I'll make sure that he has to.
Staying alive, ooh, 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 ooh.
Wow, this is certainly one of my favorite aspects of being a human being, and that is, you know, not to be quite so selfish, and not to just think of yourself and spending time with people like yourself, if there happen to be any, but actually to take some time and spend some of your valuable time with some of the young people, some of the great young people of this country. Maybe you have a nephew, hopefully not like Harold, but maybe there's a kid down the street, or, you know, maybe just you get involved with the big brothers or whatever, or maybe you just, you know, had the bad luck to have your own kids. Whatever it is. I have my friend here, David, and David and I are going to do something together today. Just, you know, buds. We call it buds, huh? Huh?
Yeah.
You know what we're going to do today, David? We're going to play a game of croquet. You know what croquet is?
No, not really.
Oh, no, this is a thrill for me, because not only am I spending some time, I'm teaching him a new type of sport that obviously David otherwise would never be exposed to. David, the game of croquet is you put these little metal hoops into the lawn, and then you have mallets and you knock balls through the hoops. It's an awful lot of fun, and you can hit the other person's ball, and you can just knock the living bejeebers out of it and smash it to bits if you want. You know, it sounds like your kind of game. You know, the problem we're going to have here, Dave, is I believe this grass may just be a tad long for a real good game of croquet. And if we're going to play croquet, we might as well play a good game of croquet, right?
Yeah.
So you know what we need?
What?
One of these. Watch your feet there. You want to push it along while I'm doing this, and we'll get the lawn cut? All right, there you go. So, the beauty of it is you're spending time with a young person, and they're learning all about a whole new game. Oh, God, he's going to be all day doing that. I think I got to get a new board motor. This one kind of smells. Is that oil? Is that oil I smell on that?
Don't ask me, Red. I lost my sense of smell for oil when I worked on that offshore rig.
You worked on one of them oil rigs? Well, Those things are huge, aren't they?
8.5 trillion tons.
Really? Trillion?
And we weren't drilling for oil, we were drilling for gunpowder.
Well, that'd be a little dangerous, wouldn't it, have drilling for gunpowder?
Well, the water helps, and it's under a lot of pressure. This was a deep part of the ocean. I'd say maybe, 20,000 leagues under the sea.
That's deep.
Yeah, well, they will figure it out. A league is over 6 feet.
No, that's a fathom.
Red, a league is a metric fathom.
You sure about that, Hap? I never heard that before.
Anyway, one day I was running the drill. We had maybe 21,000 leagues of pipe going straight down, and I hit the mother lode, pure gunpowder. And she blew. Boom. Not completely, but big. That pipe blew straight up. 21,000 leagues of pipe shot straight up and out into space. Traveling even 15 times the speed of sound, it took 9 minutes for the end of that pipe to pass by me. Noisy? You wouldn't believe the racket. After that, gunpowder mining was declared unsafe.
Where'd the pipeline come down?
Mars.
Nothing personal, Hap, but I'm having a real problem believing this story.
Doesn't bother me if you believe it or you don't. You weren't there.
No, but at least I'm willing to admit it.
So as I was saying, we got the outboard motor all mounted on there, and we got the boat all gassed up and everything, but you know, it was still too heavy at the back end, so we put Moose Thompson in there, but then all the weight was up at the front, as it is on Moose, too. So turned out that Buster Hadfield had to be our test pilot. So he got in there, and we kind of pointed the boat out towards the center of the lake, and it took us a while to get it going, though, because a 427 V8 is not all that easy to pull start. But we did get her going, and Buster hit the throttle, and it broke off right in his hand, you know, but not before it had jammed wide open. So it was, I guess, about 3 seconds. That motor was doing 80 miles an hour. Unfortunately, the boat was only doing 75. So she broke off through the transom and started to work her way up, you know, through the boat, up over the seats and in between Buster's legs and so on. And, God, it was really something. It turned out, you know, luckily that Buster only damaged his pride, or I should say his pride and joy. He tried to jump over the spinning blades, and golly, he only missed by a hair. But anyway, if my wife is watching, I'll be coming home, but I think I'm going to stay up and read a little bit tonight, so maybe you could leave the comic section on the fridge. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning us in, and on behalf of myself and Harold and the rest of the gang up here at the lodge, until next time around, keep your stick on the ice. Sorry, Harold.